Okay, I think I'm alive. So hopefully the audio is working and you can see me and you can see my screen. I've never done this before, so this is going to be a test. And let's see if it works. Let me just see. I mean, it looks like it's working. So I'm going to stream this and I'm going to post it live so it can be watched. And maybe this will be something that I do recurrently. We shall see. Okay. I don't know how. I have no idea how to see anything other than my own screen. So I need to figure that out. Until then, I have no idea how, when I actually get viewers, I don't even know how to read the chat. So that's hilarious. Let me get out of this snow because I know I'm gonna fall through it. I need to figure that out though. Let me see. What the hell? Let's see. I have a warning. A stream bitrate. Okay. How do I change that? No idea. Let's see. Settings. Okay. Let's see if there's a chat. It's so weird. There's not an option for like displaying the chat on my screen in game. I I don't know how to do that. I'm gonna have to do more research on that. I guess I can just pause the game and check every now and then. It's not like I'm gonna get any viewers yet right now, though. It's okay. Let's see. This place is nice. Let's see. Okay, I see your chat your message right now. Hi. I'm trying to figure out how to view the chat because I can't see it on my screen when I'm playing. Let's see. Maybe if I watch my own stream. Okay. Let's see. Okay, I think I can do it. All right. Just know that it might be a little bit laggy. If you send me a message, I might not read it immediately. But I haven't played Minecraft in a really long time. I was trying to think of what to do to learn how to stream, and I figured that I could do Minecraft, especially because the new shaders came out, so I wanted to try it. How do I get this shit out of the way? Let's see, okay. guess I gotta find a sheep or something. Let's see. I don't really have time to play video games anymore, to be honest. Life just gets in the way. I used to play this game all the time. Back when I was sleeping in a tent with my brother, we would play Minecraft on our laptops. And I remember hearing the crickets outside when we played it. That was back in 2012, 2013. What the hell? Shit. The biome is completely different now. You have a 3-month holiday. Like, are you in school and you're off of school right now? I don't know why I feel like the lag is so bad. Let me see when I catch up to me. Okay, so it's like 30 seconds. But yeah, there was a period of time where my brother and I we would sleep in a tent. And thankfully we were at an age where it didn't really matter to us. So in a way it was kind of fun. Because it was like we were playing Minecraft in real life. But yeah, I apologize if the screen is grainy. I don't know. It gave me a warning saying that my settings are wrong. So the next time I do this, hopefully I will figure out how to fix that. I'm also going to be playing horribly because I'm distracted. Let me know if you have a question or something that you want to talk about, a topic or something. I don't really have anything planned because if anything, this is just a test. Alright, let's see. Damn, there's 6 people watching me right now. Shit. Well, I guess I'll sleep here. there any chests? What does success mean to you? That's a good question. Success. Well, I mean, success is, to me personally, success is self-sufficiency, not relying on anyone. And obviously that means, being able to provide for myself financially. I would say, for me personally, success is definitely being able to be where I want to be. Like, ultimately, I want to be able to travel and not be tied down. Bro, I'm trying to make it to the next day. I'm not trying to get the Ender Dragon. At least not today. But yeah, success is ultimately, for me, I need to be alone. Like, I need to be able to be alone. I need to be able to move and be on my feet and go from one place to another. And I need to, in order to feel happy, I need to be able to create something of my own. The normal 9 to 5 is just not going to cut it for me, because I'm just tied down to that type of life. If anything, it's a means to an end, to get by until I figure something out. It's hard because if I was in a financial position that was more comfy, I guess, I could pursue more, like, artistic, riskier things with ease. But because I'm not, there's always that dread that I won't be able to fully, because I need to provide for myself, and those things are risky. And that's why sometimes it's frustrating, because I wish I was in a position, I could have been in a position, if my situation was different, I could be in LA right now, but I'm not. But if anything, I just have to figure out my situation for myself, because that's the only thing that you can do, is work with what you've got. This shit is so distracting. I don't know. This is a good test. This is a good, like, run, because I honestly don't know. I might not be cut out for the gaming and talking at the same time, because for me it's either I'm gaming or I'm talking. That might be what it is, because right now I'm looking like a complete fool. Like, I don't know how to play. Like, I'm 80 years old or something, but that's just because I'm thinking, you know? I don't even know where the fucking village is anymore. I don't know where it went. Shit. I'm so confused by the colors of the animals, because that is... Like, what is this thing? Is this a chicken?
Huh?
Okay. Let's see. I want to build a house, and I want to go back to where my fucking crafting table is, but I don't know where the fuck it is. Shit. Yeah, this is too stimulating for me. I don't know about you guys, but I can multitask with some things, but not others. I can multitask with physical things, but if I have to be thinking, like, I cannot do anything else. I have to stop. I have to stop what I'm doing. I'm in a completely different biome now. That's fucking great. I guess in a way, it makes things more interesting because I'm playing like a toddler. So it just makes things so much harder. But you know, maybe if I do this more often, I will get more used to it. Because I'm also just worrying about, like, if you can even see me. I'm glad that what I say does that for you. I'm always worried that the things that I say are not expressed as well as they could be. So that means a lot to me. I'm always worried that, you know, because after the fact or before the fact, when I have an idea or something that I want to talk about, if I feel inspired, it's always like perfect in my mind. And then when I sit down and look at my face in the camera or whatever, you know, knowing that someone's going to be listening and watching, it's just my words are never exactly the same as they would be in my head. So, you know, obviously I try as much as I can, and sometimes I get close, but it's never completely on the mark. So I'm glad that regardless of that, it still helps.
Huh?
My goal with this channel is to become useful somehow. You know, I have a decent music ability, you know, decent. But I'm so when it comes to music, I am um, not neurotypical, I guess. It's very hard for me to be happy with what I make. And I have a lot of things that I just don't, I either don't finish it because I don't like it, or I just don't feel like I was in the right direction when making it. So I feel like with this channel, all I want to do is it's kind of like it's a way for me to figure out what I'm good at, I guess. If that makes sense. Because there's so many things that I can try. Like right now, I'm trying to play a video game while I speak, and I've never done that before. I've watched people do it, but I've never done it myself. So, I am discovering that it is a lot harder than I fucking thought. Like, it's really fucking hard. It's so hard, it's hilarious. I feel like I am impaired. And I'm also worried that it's boring, you know. What I want to do is I want to just jump around and not even play the game, and maybe that's fine. Maybe I'll just be a TikTok short, or I'll just be like one of those TikToks where they're jumping around and there's information. I don't know. I haven't even cooked this meat yet. Okay, here's a chest. No, the messages are not overstimulating me. It's the fucking game. I want messages. Like, I want, I want messages and information and topics and questions or anything. Like, you just say anything and it'll put my mind towards something. No pressure. I'm not saying that you have to, but I'm just saying, like, it's not, I would prefer messages over no messages. That's for sure. I enjoy it. See, it's 8:09. It's not too late. Shit. One second. Okay, we're good. Yes, you can ask me questions. It gives me something to talk about. I'm actually surprised that I even have someone on here sending messages. This is like the first stream ever. I tried doing morning streams, but I feel like that's just not... It's just going to be hard for people to tune in. And I also want the beginning of the day to myself. No offense. Where's a fucking furnace? Jesus Christ. I feel like I'm in a fever dream right now. I can't even run. It's 1 a.m. where you are? Jesus Christ. I guess there's really nothing I can do about time, time-wise. Because for me, what the fuck is this? For me, it's 8:12. Have you gone to study something? And what would your dream job be? I took a few classes for a business associate's degree, but I never finished it. Or I haven't finished it yet. And Jesus. School is it's very hard for me. I guess I'm just a weak person or something, but I just can't pay attention to school. I think it's not because I'm a weak person, it's because I know that there are so many people who are succeeding in life in other ways, I guess. And I just can't stand conforming to the BS that I have to pay attention to in classes, stuff that I don't care about. Also, for example, business, like the classes, it's basically setting you up to be in HR or something, like, which I would never do. So it just doesn't make sense. I thought I was actually going to learn about business related things, like business taxes, for example, but I didn't learn much about anything. And I took most of the classes, actually. The only classes I didn't take were a lot of the elective ones. So if I wanted to finish it, it wouldn't be very hard to finish. My dream job would be to own land and have my own little homestead. It's not really a job, but I just want my own land, and then just kind of sustain myself, I guess. Yeah, social media is very depressing. There are so many... It's hard to tell because I feel like there's a lot of fake shit online in regards to people making it, quote unquote. I think that if you're gonna look at social media, like the internet in general, I would say a lot of the stuff that normal people see, the stuff that we're fed, in terms of like money and business and stuff, a lot of that, those kids, those people are frauds, and their parents have a lot of money. And here's the thing, either they're completely fake, where they're just lying, or or being extremely dishonest about, where they get their money from. Like it might all be fake, or it's something that they're doing that they can only do if they had a lot of money to begin with. So maybe they did start a business. Maybe they did get rich quick or whatever, but one thing that I learned about money is that in order to make money, you need money a lot of the times, especially if you're making money fast. There's no shortcut unless you're lucky, and then that's luck, and that's not really something that you can control, if that makes sense. So I guess I'm saying just don't pay too much attention to that, because a lot of what you're paying attention to isn't even real, and it isn't even really, it's not what it's being sold as, if that makes sense. If you weren't born in a position, it's not your fault. But if you weren't born in a position where you have money to just dump into like a startup or something, or into crypto, or whatever new shit is going on right now, that's just kind of how the world works, So don't pay too much attention to that. Don't let that bring you down. Don't let it make you feel like you're behind. You need to focus on yourself. You need to focus on what you can do. And, well, first of all, you need to, at your own pace, figure out what you want. And part of that is through experience. Most of that is through experience. You have to experience as much as you can. And while you're young, you have the ability to take risk. You have the ability to make mistakes. So you should make as many mistakes as possible within safety, obviously. Stay safe. But you need to experiment. And don't ever feel like you're left behind as long as you're trying, right? If you're not doing drugs, or you're not doing something that is taking you out of the present moment, you'll be fine. And you'll never be, you should be comparing yourself to yourself, always. And compare yourself, because we will always be comparing ourselves to other people. You can never stop doing that. I feel like this guy's listening to me too. So you will never get rid of that. So you should try as much as possible to not do that, because you will always do it. And focus instead on yourself and how you were before, and compare yourself to your past self. And I think, ironically, you will be more on track if you do that. You'll just be more focused. Let's see. Build a house up here. I'm a huge advocate of presence. I don't get the obsession with escaping. Well, I understand the desire to escape the present moment if your situation sucks. But if you understand that you do have control over yourself and your own life, and you take control, you will find a feeling of strength, and a grounding feeling in the present moment, knowing that, you're on your own, you're on your own journey, right? And I think I've said before, like, don't don't view your life as a movie, because a movie is like very cinematic and unrealistic. But view your life as like a video game where you're trying to level up and enjoy it. I hope that makes sense. Jesus. Oh yeah, I have fucking meat. Like, try to find fun is not the right word, but try to find enjoyment in figuring out your own, like, what kind of character you want to be, what kind of path you want to take. And because your focus is like a magnifying glass, your focus narrows down energy like a magnifying glass. The sun alone doesn't set a leaf on fire, but with a magnifying glass, you focus that energy. So your focus is the most important tool that you are given. We're all given with our mind. And whatever you focus on, that thing grows, whatever area, whatever skill or whatever. So just remember that. Remember to be aware of what you're focusing on. I'm 24. I take that as a compliment. A lot of people think that I'm very much younger than that. I mean, in a way, I do feel, I guess, insecure about how old I am, because I wish that, by now, I would be in a better position, but I am still young. 24 is still a decent age. I'm just glad that I'm not 30 and in my position. I have a couple more years to get my shit figured out. I would say by the time that you're 30, you should at least be narrowed down on a very specific thing, at least a specific path that you're working on. Let's see, does this even look good together? It's decent. I've said this a lot, but time is literally the most important and most valuable thing in this existence. The younger you are, the better in terms of figuring out your situation. And obviously that's not to cause anxiety in any form, but time is just so precious. It's more valuable than money, because money is something that you can lose it and then you can gain it back. Money can be gained, but time is something that you can't gain back. You can't get it back. That's why the present moment is so important. And I'm sad to see how many people avoid the present because they're watching the most valuable thing, or they're not watching it. It's gushing past them, and they don't even realize. A lot of people are like that. Biggest challenges that I've faced. Well, I would say the biggest challenge that I've ever faced has been in regards to my family situation and how I was raised. And the challenge is just accepting it. But, I think that expressing my situation and seeing other people either relate to it or even just listen. If I upload a video and I talk about my situation, it already I feel better about it. So I think that's very powerful. I think it is powerful to talk about things. Me personally, I have always been very reserved. I've kind of learned to be that way. I've kind of had to be that way because of the environment that I grew up in and the people that I've had to deal with. The people and the situations that I've had to deal with. So opening up about it is allowing me to let it go and move forward. I would say dealing with physical health issues is hard, and knowing that it didn't have to be that way, or it doesn't have to be this way, but accepting that there's nothing I can do about it except deal with it. That's something I've been dealing with and learning to deal with. None of us are perfect. We all have some fucked up thing about us that physically, health-wise, genetically, that we have to deal with. And some of us, it's worse. I'm always thankful that it's not worse for me. But I certainly have to deal with the things that I was given. It's been a process of just letting it go, letting the fact that I have to try a lot harder in certain areas physically just to be not even normal, because of specifically like with my I have a spinal issue, and I'm never going to be normal. I'm always going to be less than normal in terms of that. And I'm always going to have to try really hard to maintain or not get worse. So mentally, that can be draining and hard. But I have been learning to accept that and move forward. And to take care of myself regardless. thought I was famous. I'll take that as a compliment. I appreciate that. Yeah, regarding the video length, I feel like, I've been making I don't know how YouTube Shorts work. I certainly get a lot more views on those, but I think that's just kind of how YouTube works. I think I'm just gonna keep making like 30-minute long videos because that's what works for me, and if I make shorts to kind of pick out little points and stuff, I think that hopefully that will be helpful for people who can't, stick around and watch a whole, people have things to do. So for those who can manage to watch those really long videos, I have those, and then the shorts will be for everyone else. But I really appreciate knowing that there is someone out there, multiple people even, that are able to take something away from what I'm doing, and it makes me want to continue doing that. So I really appreciate that. I think I'm going to end this stream, and I will try to do another one next week. So I really appreciate you tuning in, and I will see you next time. Let's see if I can